Testing, check. 1, 2. Check, check. Testing, 1, 2.
How's Andrew doing? Both teams are going to the middle of the field for the official coin toss. Speaking of officials for tonight's game, the head referee David Fogarty. Your umpires, Bruce Warfield. Linesman, Brian Cobb. Line judge, Sergio Lewis. Back judge, Alex Kineski. And the timer, Chris Beatley. If everyone would please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Great job by our Griswold.
Is again another early start, 3:45 kickoff. The games usually start at 6:30, but because of the Triple E virus or the mosquitoes, frankly, I haven't seen a mosquito in about 2-3 weeks now. But that's okay. They want to go ahead and start the games a little bit earlier, so they are done.
A little bit?
And they're good. And,
a lot earlier.
A lot earlier. And so, which has really kind of messed us up here in the broadcast team, but that's all right because we have an angel in disguise here today. The one and only, the Hall of Famer himself, Mark Allard. How are you, Mark?
How you doing, Mike?
Good to see you. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
And every time I see you, I always try to nab you.
And usually we end up doing so. So you're stuck with me on play-by-play, right?
That works for me.
Here on Wolverine Radio as the Griswold Wolverines, I guess Griswold Wheeler Wolverines would be a apropos statement there against the East Catholic Eagles. Griswold coming in with a 2-1 record. East Catholic at 0-4 and set to kick off the football is East Catholic. Griswold won the toss and elected to receive. So East Catholic will kick it off with Bill Tang, a senior. I think it's Jack Barry, a junior, setting the kickoff. Back deep to receive for Griswold, Logan Chappell, and C.J. Matson back at their own 10-yard line. The Boots, a little squibber, a little onside kick, recovered by Griswold at the 49-yard line, picked up there by number 34, Michael Sims.
Michael Sims has been in the backfield a lot this year, and he's 6'2", just about 200 pounds. It's kind of a tank to have in the backfield.
And, of course, Andrew Koziel still in civvies, as the saying goes, the quarterback of the Wolverines. So coming out instead will be the junior, Jaden Curtin Quinn at quarterback. Double wing set up for the Griswold Wolverines. Green uniform, the green top, the black pants, and already a flag on the field, or an official's timeout, I should say. They're waiting, I think, for the chain gang. They got the chain gang out there?
They are out there. I know. Matter of fact, I even talked to the folks that are on.
Oh,
the
they're
chain
going
gang
out
today.
and talking to the chain gang. The officials on the other side are talking to the chain gang, is what it is.
Just want to let you know, like Jaden Curtin Quinn, who has kind of jumped right into the quarterback role, has done a fine job for the Wolverines. I mean, he's been on the sidelines pretty much all season long, until, well, really I can only say the first couple of games. But he's reacted well to the injury to Kozo.
With the football straight ahead and barreling through, Mikey Sims over the 50-yard line down to the 47 of East Catholic. On the first carry, just a fullback dive down to the 47-yard line of the Eagles. Give them a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down and 6.
Again, he's gonna forge right through, and I think he's gonna pretty much have his way with East Catholic this afternoon.
Handoff goes to Matson. He'll go to the left side along the line of scrimmage and will be taken down right about the line of scrimmage, actually, right about the 47, maybe even a yard or two back, as they will mark it back to the 49. A loss of a couple for C.J. Matson, and it'll bring down 3rd down and 8. Back to the 49-yard line of East Catholic. So it's Jaden Curtin Quinn back at quarterback. You have Michael Sims as your fullback. Chris Thibodeau and Matson are your wings in this double wing setup. Curtin Quinn again under center. He'll put Matson in motion. Fake the handoff to Matson. Roll out to his right. Look downfield. He's going to have to carry it by himself inside the 47, down to the 45. Inside the 45 for the 42. Going to be close to a first down.
First down. Nice little scrum there for Curtin Quinn. Couple of jukes, spin, and got back pretty much everything plus more.
So mark that one right at 42-yard line, and it will be just shy. It's a gain of 7 on the play, so it'll be a 4th and 1 at the 42-yard line of the Eagles. And it looks like the Wolverines are going to go for it. At least that's what it looks like right now. It was set up on the double wing. Well, you got an 0-4 Eagles team. You might as well challenge them now. They put in motion Thibodeau. Straight ahead is Mikey Sims over the 40 down to the 38. And, yes, a first down for the Griswold Wolverines.
I think they're gonna do a lot of challenging to the Eagles today. The Eagles haven't won a game. They are 0-4. And the one loss that the Wolverines had was a tough one to Bacon Academy.
Bacon's pretty good this year.
So is Plainfield. Plainfield doesn't get enough credit.
Big double overtime game between those two teams last week, won by the Panthers. Handoff to Matson. Yes, Matson curls it in the left side over the 35 down to the 34-yard line. And it'll be a gain on the play of about 5 for Matson that time. On the sweep play left, out of that double wing. Puts him into positive figures as far as yardage for the game. Just right back to the double wing and right back. Matson a little bit in motion, cuts it inside this time, taken down from behind. A yard loss on the play, as I think it was number 50. I can't pick out exactly the number what it was. He was out there in the middle of the line. He curled around. Might have been number 87 again.
87.
It might have been Jack
Kicker.
Barry. Yeah.
He looks like he's like one of the biggest kids on the team.
I would agree with that. So back around the 35, it was a loss of a yard for Matson. And it'll be 2nd down and 6. This time Thibodeau across the formation to the left, to the right side, comes over the 35, inside the 35, down to the 31-yard line. First to carry for Thibodeau, the left wing. Carries it down to the 31. You give him 4 on the carry. So they've gone to 4 different ball carriers early on here, the Wolverines. Just underway, 8:39 to go here in the first quarter. No score between the Wolverines and East Catholic Eagles. East Catholic coming out in the white uniforms with the navy blue pants. And once again, this time a handoff to Sims straight ahead. And actually it's Thibodeau acting as the fullback this time. And Thibodeau is going to take it down to the 27-yard line.
Another first down.
Gain of 4 on the play. So he's been pretty effective, and so have the Wolverines, just basically running basic offense. Dive plays, off-tackle plays, a sweep here and there, 1 quarterback keep, And they've been moving it down the field relatively effectively, taking time off the clock as well. Straight ahead with a fullback dive again for Sims. He'll carry it inside the inside the 25, down to the 24. Give him a gain of 3. They mark it where I think they're going to mark it, and they will.
I think this is going to be the last week, too, that we have an early start. I looked at the CIAC board, and next week's games are all 6:30, 7 o'clock starts. So.
Well, they've been changing the soccer games still next week, so you never know. But if there is a big frost, you would assume anyway that indeed those mosquitoes would disappear. Thibodeau, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown for Thibodeau. Coming over from the left side, going to the right, and getting the touchdown, finding some room over that right side.
He just got a hole and just went gone.
Yeah, he took off before I even had time to talk about the mosquitoes.
He really didn't even get challenged there. He got into full stride. Nobody was even near him.
24-yard carry for Thibodeau at the 7:25 mark. Now the extra point attempt by the Wolverines. Snap is down, the boot is up, and it is no good, I think. No good by number 11, Colby. Was that number 11 out there? No, number 18, actually. My bad. Lucas Bartett did not get that one to go through.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Change of possession. Let's see what the Eagles can do. Be back with more high school football right here on SNSN.
Lucas Bartrett set to kick off. Another onside kick, this time by the Wolverines. I think they have recovered a 47-yard line. Will it be enough? I'm trying to think if that went far enough. It might have, and it will. I was just looking down there for a second if they had touched it before the 50 or not. They did not. They got it inside East Catholic territory. First down and 10 for the Griswold Wolverines. I think it was Matson who picked it up.
Number 4, C.J. Matson. Doing that, making sure that his dad caught that. It was missing in Texas right now.
Nice. 49-yard line of the Eagles just barely crossed the 10-yard mark to pick up that onside kick. They'll hand off to Thibodeau again. Why not try the same play as he got the touchdown? This time he's met with a little bit more resistance. Coming up to make the hit was Christopher Connolly for East Catholic.
I was actually kind of hoping to see what the Eagles had for an offense or see what they would run, but
not yet.
Not yet.
You're going to have to wait a little while. That is the, let's put it this way. I know how many offensive plays Griswold has run just by looking at their runs. 11 offensive plays. That was the 11th right there. Second down and 10 from the 49-yard line. Little movement on the East Catholic line. No flags go out. Carry for about 2 yards over that right side once again for Thibodeau. I guess they saw something they like there. So it's a gain of a couple.
They're giving the ball to Chris more so than they have any other game. I don't know quite the reason for that. But they run Matson a lot and Mikey Sims. You know there's another Sims coming up.
Oh, another one.
Uh-huh.
This could be like another Drobiak family here, huh?
Yeah.
Thibodeau in motion, back to throw as Curtin Quinn throws it downfield. This time it is complete to Matson. He's at the 37-yard line, down inside the 35, and mark it at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12 on the pass.
That's a really nice throw, by Curtin Quinn. And you know what? He's been doing a lot of handoffs, a lot of draw plays, a lot of roll to the rights and stuff like that. He's only thrown a couple of times during each game, but he was pretty psyched that he made that completion right there, went over and started high-fiving some of his teammates on the sidelines, including Coach Wilcox.
I wouldn't doubt that at all. In motion this time, Matson goes left. They hand off to Sims, goes the same way, off the left tackle side, and he carries it inside the 35 down to the 33. Gain of a couple on the play for Mikey Sims. Mark it right at the 33-yard line. A lot of off-tackle plays here.
Mikey Sims doesn't talk too much. I was talking to his basketball coach last year, and I guess he said one word. He went, and that was it.
That was all, huh?
He said, you won't hear anything else for the rest of the season.
That was done. Mikey Sims has spoken. Matson fakes the move, goes a little bit across. They give it to Thibodeau the other way. Once again, a hole and going down inside the 30, down to the 25, to the 20. Mark it at the 18-yard line. Thibodeau carrying a few people with him. Finally stopped on the play by Jack O'Connor, number 11.
Yeah, and 21, Christopher Conley was there as well, the junior, and a couple other people. So 3-4 people to bring Thibodeau down.
Not before a 15-yard gain for Thibodeau, and that time it was a little bit, instead of being untouched, he carried people with him. 49 yards now in 6 carries for Thibodeau. Of course, the big one being the 24-yard touchdown run. This is Thibodeau again coming out of the tailback roll inside the 20, 15, 10-5, touchdown, Chris Thibodeau. So Chris Thibodeau gets a 18-yard touchdown this time. 4:46 on the clock. And again, that same right side.
They definitely have seen some weakness over there because they're pretty much owning it and taking what they want. Hey, you know, one of the things, Mark, that I really like about doing these games and stuff is that we're really accessible to the people that are watching and listening. And not only are we being heard today, but we're also being watched either on through SNSN Online, which is also carrying the YouTube feed. And say hey to
2-point conversion attempt for Matson. He gets taken down before he can get there. So they can get the touchdowns. The conversions, well, they're a little bit more difficult. That time the run fails. So we have 4:46 left here in the first quarter with the score. Griswold 12 and East Catholic nothing on SNSN.
Throughout the game, the concession stand is open. Usually have hot coffee, hot chocolate, soda.
And welcome back to Griswold High School, everybody. Myself, Mike Benarski, along with the Hall of Famer, Mark Allard. Hey, Mark.
How are we doing?
Boy, you're such an easygoing guy. I don't deserve this, but I'm so glad that you're here.
Well, let's put it this way. Griswold is having an easy go of it right now, too. 100 yards already in offense. East Catholic, nada. Yeah, they haven't touched the football yet.
No, not at all. We'll see if they do. But I just want to say hello to Stan Sims, watching this on SNSNonline.com.
Lucas Bartrett set to kick it off kind of an odd way, the football in the oblong variety. Boots it along the ground again, and again East Catholic has problems keeping it. Did they get it?
They did.
Griswold got it?
Looks like Chappelle.
It might be Chappelle.
No, actually Anthony Franklin.
The onside, they recovered again, just over the 50 once again. Barely.
It was Anthony Franklin.
But it was touched by East Catholic prior, so really it didn't matter too much.
The ball was bobbled up, and it looked like it went into Chappelle's hands, but then Anthony Franklin ended up with it. You know, he's doing it for his new baby twin sisters.
Oh, there you go. Well, I guess we're not going to see much of East Catholic's offense here in the first quarter anyway.
Maybe at all.
You may be right. Thibodeau goes into motion, handoff Mikey Sims, right side again, carries it down to the 45. I guess that's what you call tiring out the defense, I guess.
He just took Christopher Conley and Matthew Cesaro with him. Sims just carried him on his back. And
give him a gain of 4 on the play. He's up to 16 yards now in 5 carries for the Wolverines. He's trying to pick out some numbers here on the line. Is that number 60 over center? No. Might be 50. More like it, I would guess. Brian's Scarpellini. As Curtin Quinn hands off to Thibodeau again over that right side. Got to the 45-yard line. 'Tis all this time. you know, maybe Griswold's offense get a little tired too, to be honest. They've been out there for a long time.
Yeah.
Gain of 1 on the play that time for Thibodeau, and it brings up a 3rd down and 5.
Makes Wilcox's job a lot easier.
Oh, makes life easy, much easier. We like this all the time. Giving up no offense to the other team in the first quarter.
Griswold's got to win all the games they can. They have a short schedule, only 9 games this year.
Curtin Quinn pulls it down and gets sacked in the process. As that time coming in, I think was 73, was it not, John Flores?
Yeah, and Jacob Miller, 76. What a big boy.
In the backfield, loss on the play, brings up.
So they'll back it all the way up to the 47-yard line. It'll be a punting situation for Griswold after the loss of 8. And it'll be Curtin Quinn, is it not, who's going to punt? And the boot from his own 35. Nice boot. Goes all the way down inside the 30.
Nice Griswold bounce.
Yeah, rolls down dead. They'll say out of bounds at the 21-yard line is where they'll mark it. Hold it. We're going to actually get to see the East Catholic offense.
I don't know much about East Catholic, to be honest with you. I know they're out of Manchester. I know they're 0-4. They're having a rough season.
They've lost to Plainville 43-14, to Bloomfield 47-6. Those 2 losses are not exactly what you'd call embarrassing, because between the two teams, I think they're 7-1. Lyman Hall, which has 3 wins, they lost to Lyman Hall 29-6. The only one that you can look at, Rocky Hill 34-18. Rocky Hill 1-3, if I do believe correctly on the season. So, you know, that one was one they might question themselves a little bit on. Pitch back goes to Barry. Is that not 87 again? So Barry's name we've called a lot, either as a kicker and now as a wingback. Gained a couple.
Eagle stud.
Give him a gain of a couple to the 23-yard line. First carry for the Eagles here in this ball game, and we have 2:47 left in the first quarter.
You know it's going to be an exciting game when Mark Allard's here and John Shishmanian
Yes,
is on the sidelines taking pictures.
another veteran. We've been around for a while between the two of us. And a timeout is called on the field. I think it may have been East Catholic's timeout, but don't quote me on that. Or maybe it was an official's timeout. No, I don't know. Because they didn't go all the way over the sideline. But now they're going to wind the clock. So something tells me it was an official's timeout of some kind.
He keeps.
Yeah, he wants that clock to be wound. I'll tell you that. Yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it going.
There it goes.
And now they're going to stop the clock. Okay. He wanted some time to be ticked off, is what it was, and then he'll start it. The quarterback is Tim Wilson. He's a junior for East Catholic. Very close as far as offense, and they bring in the tight end all the way over across the formation behind on the pitch, and Barry gets it to the 26-yard line. You talk about tight formations with Griswold. This one's about 3 times as tight.
You know, I tell you, East Catholic does have some big boys. They got some meat on their side. Jack Berry, number 76, Jacob Miller. He's a big kid.
Well, he gained about 4 yards on that carry, and it brings down a 3rd down and 4. I'm just trying to. This is kind of the setback. The fullback is literally about a foot or less behind the quarterback. You have one wingback and then a tight end on both sides, and Barry, the wingback, is the man who's doing all the carry. He gets this one too and doesn't get very far. It's not an offense that you look and say, well, this is going to be dynamic. No. Barry's carry was only to the 28-yard line, a gain of 1, and it's 3rd and 3. Well, if you wonder why they're 0-4, you might want to start with that. You do not have really an offense that looks very potent. And are they going for it? Fourth and
down?
4? 4th and 3? They're going for it at their 27 or 28-yard line. Unless they're just trying to call off Griswold and calling a timeout, but they do run the play, inside handoff, and the Wolverines are going to get the ball deep in East Catholic territory. As down without a gain was number 17, Michael O'Connor. He was a tight end on the right side. He came inside the formation, and he was stopped at the 27-yard line. It was a loss of a yard.
Colby Vantine was there, just met him with a big bear hug and said, how do you do?
That is okay. I'll leave it as odd, and it's probably worse than that. Spread formation for the first time from the Wolverines as we come out 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of East Catholic. Curtin Quinn takes the high snap, pulls it down, hands it to Matson, and Matson goes down a yard behind the line of scrimmage in the arms of who else? Jack Barry. I don't even have to, I can remember his name. Loss of a yard back to the 28-yard line of East Catholic.
Jack Barry's all over the field for East Catholic. I think they kind of need him to be.
If he isn't, I think they're in trouble. 2nd down and 11 from the 28-yard line of the Eagles. Again, that spread formation. Trips to the right side for Curtin Quinn. And Curtin Quinn will hand off inside again. Matson met again by Else. Jack Barry. That name is becoming synonymous with East Catholic today.
He's got some pretty good hands there.
Loss of 4 on the play. You know, Griswold went to this spread, and they have not been getting the blocking they really need off of it.
He's got some good sense, too. He watches the ball, and he can react very quick, it seems.
So now you have a 3rd down and long situation. You're back at the 32. You have to get down to the 17. So you got about 15 yards to go. 3rd and 15. Again, the spread, although a close spread. We may have a timeout here. Oh, the end of the first quarter. Well, if you look at the clock, Allard, you might see that it's the end of the first quarter. So with 12 minutes ticked off the clock, we have had a 12-0 lead for the Griswold Wolverines over the East Catholic Eagles on SNSN.
Again, the officials for this afternoon's game, the referee is David Fogarty, the umpire is Bruce Warfield, linesman Brian Cobb, line judge Sergio Lewis, back judge Alex Tedeschi, and the timer up here in the press box is Chris Beaver.
He's been there forever. He needed my headlight change. Boom, boom. Ken did it within 3 minutes, and I was out of there. Winton Automotive, North Main Street, Jewett City.
Curtin Quinn out of the spread, throws it downfield, incomplete on 3rd down and 15 here on the first play of the second quarter. And he was looking downfield for Logan Chapel. Could not find it. Oh, yes, you did. That one is not a question. Now, going forward on 4th down and 4 from your own, or 4th and 3 from your own 27, that is a question. And East Catholic may get away with it. They may get away with it. Because they have 4th and 15 now for the Wolverines from the 32-yard line. The spread has not worked as effectively as the double wing for Griswold. C.J. Matson is the sole setback. They got Chapel down way to the left, trips to the right, close formation, almost a triple slot. They throw it out to Matson. He won it, and Matson dropped it. Had it at the 20 and just could not hold on. And it's an incomplete pass and a turnover to the East Catholic Eagles on downs. Wow. That would have been, I'll put it this way, I think that he smelled 6 points on that one. And, I think a little bit too soon.
It was in his hands. His feet were a little faster than his hands.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 32. They escape and actually got a 5-yard gain out of the whole deal. So it will be the quarterback, number 7, Tim Wilson. Again, this closed formation. It's a double wing, but it's a real tight double wing. Is the best way of looking at it. Here's a handoff inside and the fullback taken down. And that'll be number 21 for the Eagles, Connolly. Goes down near the line of scrimmage.
It was a fake handoff to Barry. I think they feel like they're going to give to Barry every single possession.
And he gained maybe a yard on the play up to the 33-yard line of the Eagles. First carry for Connolly. They've only had 5 offensive plays. And we're in the beginning of the second quarter. Total yardage? Absolutely on Griswold's side right now. Time of possession? Forget it. They'll give this one actually inside. They faked again the pitch to Barry, handed it off inside. I think that might be Connolly again, and that's a scrum going on out there if you want to use the rugby terminology. And was it Connolly? It was on the bottom of that pile.
Connolly with the
So they'll
carry.
mark the ball right at the 36. That scrum pushed him ahead 3
Looks like
yards.
third down.
Looks like it was finally stopped by Devin Chykow.
He was taken down by the whole
Third down and
Griswold
4
line.
for the third down and 6, I should say, for the Eagles. Ball just over the 35 to the 36-yard line. And we got a timeout on the field here. This might be an official's timeout. They're looking at the turf. I don't know what they've seen down there, but it's not a team timeout.
They seem to be a little bit confused today on both sides of the field.
The official's coming over to the near side. And there, I think, there is a turf issue. Just by the way he put the ball down and looked at something, there might be something either on the turf or maybe it's a hole or a rock or something. But the official looked down and immediately called timeout. It's right next to the ball. If you notice where they're standing now, that's where they're looking. There's something down there. And I'm not sure what it is.
I think it's Jimmy Hoffa.
It might be. We might have found him. 10:38 left to go here in the first half. The Griswold Wolverines lead the East Catholic Eagles 12-0. We'll take a break here on SNSN.
AD Steve Cavino on the field. Field conditions have warranted this timeout. They're going to be repairing a section. If anyone wants to support a turf field, I'm sure someone can pick up.
Well, we figured out what the problem was with the field.
Yeah.
Steve Cravino was out there on the field, and he asked for a bucket of soil to be brought forward. I said it was a hole, and guess what? I was right.
Yeah.
There was a hole on the field.
I was going with Hoffa.
Oh, okay. No, it was just a hole. They're reburying that hole now, and so now they had some turf brought in. That they brought in a custodian to put some dirt down. I mean, this is almost like on a pitcher's mound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, John Henn just happened to have a bucket of dirt with him.
Yeah, well, it's good that you have a bucket of dirt around.
I got to tell you, right outside the studio on Main Street, right on the light pole, it says Hoffa.
Oh.
And an arrow pointing straight in.
Oh, nice. Well, we might have found him. He may be a little bit off by about a few miles. Back down to throw as Wilson throws it up, and it is complete at the 47, up to the 50, down to the 45-yard line of Griswold, complete to number 80, Ryan Heslin. The best offensive play for the Eagles so far as it gets them down to the 45 of Griswold.
Chaikow was trying to alert somebody to the person he was just defending, number 80, and I don't know what it was, but he's still talking to the sidelines. I'd like to know what he was trying to alert somebody to.
Well, it's a gain on the play of 19 yards and a first down and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Wolverines. Again, that real tight double wing. The handoff inside. That is Connolly coming through the pile. They dropped the football, picked up there by Matson at the 28-yard line of the Wolverines. Connolly dropped it back around the 40, ripped out of his hands, and C.J. Matson fell on the football. At least that's who I saw on the football anyway.
That's exactly what you saw, and it's really kind of a shame because, you know, obviously this is I don't know if East Catholic is, you know, a younger program this year with a lot of their kids, but they seem to be putting an offense together and then stripped.
Absolutely. Back at the 29-yard line, this is Thibodeau. Thibodeau up to the 35 on first down.
About 5.
A little bit more, maybe 6, because it was at the 29, so it is a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4 for Thibodeau. 35-yard line of Griswold after that Connolly fumble. Recovered by Matson at the 29-yard line. Connolly gets 5 yards on the carry before he dropped that one, or was more or less ripped out of his hands. So it will be a second down and 4 at the 35-yard line of the Wolverines. Thibodeau again over the 35 to the 40. First down at the 42-yard line. Again over that right side.
He's just a little overpowering for the East Catholic line. They're not catching him, and if they do catch him,
they can't take him down.
Can't take him down.
Gain of 7 on the play for Thibodeau that time. 10 carries, 82 yards for the wingback.
Well, he's also getting enough momentum into a full stride, so it's hard to pull down a kid like that.
They now go back to an I formation look with just one wing, and this is Thibodeau, the tailback, up to the 45. He's to the 50, 45, 40. He's to the 35, 30, and out of bounds at the 29-yard line of East Catholic. A little bit of premature on the gone there, Mike.
I was hoping.
And they'll see exactly where they marked that now. They're going to mark him out of bounds. I thought they were going to mark him out of bounds at the 29, but they're actually going to say he's out of bounds at the 40. Okay.
Still a first down.
Gain on the play of 18 yards for Thibodeau down to the 40-yard line of East Catholic. Thibodeau's already got 100 yards, and we have 8:36 left to go here in the first half.
That is definitely his best performance in his career.
This is Thibodeau again carrying the football, and he's going to be wrestled down at about I'm guessing, because I kind of got an obstructed view here. I can't see. Is it Matson?
It was Matson.
Yeah, okay.
There's a big light pole. It's about 100 feet.
And I can't see beyond it.
Right in front of us.
And I'm like, okay, there is someone with the football. And I guessed it was Thibodeau, but it was Matson. He lost 2 yards.
You talk to the gentleman in the booth to our left, Mr. Gilgenbach and Sweet Lou D'Amico. Mr. Gilgenbach said today, it's perfect, except for that big pole.
Yeah, exactly. Do I get money off from my ticket for obstructed view? I formation behind Curtin Quinn. They'll hand this one off to Mikey Sims, and Sims battles his way up to about the 41-yard line, maybe the 40 if they give him forward progress. But the problem with it is, of course, right in the middle of the field is where it is, and it's really tough. I mean, they'll mark it at the 41. It's tough just where it is. Once they get past the 45, going right to left, we're okay.
You know what else is really, really tough here as well is the sun.
The sun.
The sun in this booth is very, very tough.
Oh, yeah.
At this time of the day.
This is Curtin Quinn rolling out to his left to throw. He's going to tuck and run to the 40, inside the 40-35, down to about the 32 before he was taken down by Jack Barry.
Well, you know, we're talking about, C.J. Matson and his dad listening to the broadcast, and I said Texas because that's where he's been. Mm-hmm. Well, this is what happens when you have a week off, because it's a bye week and the whole ECC is pretty much off.
Yep.
Chris Matson, CJ's father, is listening to us right now in Afghanistan.
Oh, that's a little bit further than Texas.
Yeah.
If I know my geography correctly. I formation behind. A handoff goes to Sims. Actually, Thibodeau, number 35, up to about the 30-yard line. He's actually acting out of that tailback, following Sims, who is now a fullback, in an I formation set. It's almost a wing T, with the exception you have the halfback a little offset. So you mark that one at the 30-yard line. Gain of a couple.
Chris's wife, Kristen, she's down on the sideline. She takes all the pictures and everything. So they're very active. And Chris, when he's here, he videos the games, especially the basketball games. He does football as well, but they're both very active, with the teams, and so are their kids, in the sports themselves. But these parents do a wonderful job for these kids.
And I should have mentioned that was 4th down, but I didn't mention it until now. Turnover on downs over to East Catholic. Handoff inside. Wilson. I think this would be Connolly again, who's just pushing that line. Their offensive line is able to push the line. They just don't get a lot out of it.
Don't worry about saying 4th down. That's quite all right, because there was one time I forgot to turn the microphone volume up.
Oh, nice.
No, we're up now.
We're good now?
You pointed to it, remember?
That's true. So 36-yard line is where it's 1st down or 2nd down, and now about 6, or 4, I should say, after a gain of 6 for Connolly, up to the 36-yard line. So it was a gain of a couple for Thibodeau there, and then he didn't get a 1st down, and Wilson moves it up to the 36 on the handoff to Connolly. Barry on the sweep from the halfback from the left, and Barry carries it up to the 43-yard line.
He almost found a hole there, too.
Well, they've been finding more holes. Yeah. They've been gradually wearing down the defensive line of Griswold and getting to that second set. A gain of 7 and a 1st down for Barry. So Connolly went for 6, and now Barry goes for 7. They still don't have a ton of yardage. Just 47 yards in offense with 5:20 to go here in the 1st half. Wilson, Connolly right behind him, just a little offset to his right. Barry gets the pitch coming over from the left halfback, and he moves it over the 45 up to the 46-yard line.
Chaikow looks like he was the one with a stop there.
That's close to another, well, it's close to a 2nd down and 7, I should say.
Devin Chaikow had an interception 2 weeks ago. That was probably one of the most acrobatic interceptions I've ever seen, especially, at any level, but at the high school level, it was completely unfounded. He just drifted back. He was falling back, tipped it with his right, grabbed it with his left, and then just laid out flat.
2nd down and 7 at the 46-yard line for the Eagles. Now they're right behind that pole. Good luck in guessing this one. As it will be handoff inside, and going down on the play was number 17, Michael O'Connor. I just caught a glimpse of his number as he went into the pole, and it'll be right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Number 77, Shane Rogers, was in the mix there too.
So it will be 3rd down now in about 7. When the team is first starting off, I love the way Pat Smith from Plainfield calls it the internet offense, and that is the double wing. But you find a lot of teams who are just trying to get their bearing going to the double wing, because obviously it's effective, and you can eliminate mistakes off of it. Now they go back to pass. Wilson, quick toss, and it's just overthrown. He was looking once again for O'Connor. That ball just a little too long.
It's nice to see the Griswold High School cheerleaders down there with their pink pom-poms and their pink hair bows, a la JoJo Siwa, of course, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Correct. 4th down, we'll see if the Eagles do what they did last time and go for it. 4th down and 7 from their own 46. They went for it on their own 27. I can't see them not going for it here. Well, they're going to go for it here, too. So they're just going for everything. And they didn't get really penalized for going for it on 4th down on their own 27 because Griswold could not move.
They were very fortunate.
Back to throw, Young again. It looks an incomplete. Looking to the middle to O'Connor, and O'Connor saw that one go just off of his fingertips, and it'll be back over to Griswold.
That would have been a 1st down, too.
So Young right now 1 for 3 passing for 19 yards. He takes about a 3 or 4 step drop, and just basically a timing pattern is what he does. He throws it to an area, and O'Connor, he hopes gets there, or Barry, because Barry was also in the vicinity. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. They are at the 46-yard line of the Eagles with 3:44 left to go here in a fast-moving 1st half.
Well, the umps, they're upset letting them play.
Yeah, and not only that, there's a lot of running. So Curtin Quinn back from the shotgun, hands off to Matson, right side, 45-40, 35, inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line. That time just a quick dive off the right side, off the spread, and Matson gets the first down easily.
If Nathan Kinchelo, can't say his name.
Uh-oh.
He wasn't there. He met him with a solid hug.
14-yard gain for Matson, puts him back into positive yardage.
Nice
This is, again, a spin move, actually, from the inside handoff. That one went to, was it Matson? It was Matson again who carries that football.
Kinchelo stopped him again, number 22.
Matson carries it down to the 27-yard line, a gain of 5 on the play for Matson. He's up to 14 yards now and 8 carries. He's been the hard luck runner for the Wolverines so far today. 2nd down and 5. From the 27 of the East Catholic. Quinn goes back to throw, looks to the middle. Chappell incomplete, threw it a little bit behind him. Chappell tried to dive back for it, couldn't get there.
Looks like Logan Chappell, he kind of he just went one step too far and tried to come back and then couldn't make it work.
My apologies, Chappell, not Chappell.
Tomato.
Pecan or pecan. 3rd down and 5 for the Wolverines. Curtin Quinn checks his little wristband and says, okay, I know what he called, but I better double check that. Matson will be off to his right this time. Again, the spread, trips to the left. And they will hand off to Matson. Matson inside the 30. Well, got to the 30. Didn't really get much further than that as he was met by a host of East Catholic Eagles, including number 21, Christopher Connolly. So they'll mark that one right at the 30. And that's a loss of, actually at the 25, not the 30, my bad. Gain of 2 on the play. I was like, I know he went positive on that one. So gain of 2 on the play for Matson.
4th and 3.
Well, they've been in this scenario before. Do they throw or do they run? And they're going out of the spread again. They will they'll fake the hand to Matson. Quick out to Chappell. Chappell looking for some running room, and he's close to a first down.
Really
I don't know if he got it. It depends where they mark the forward progress. Because Chappell got it to about the 22. They may have to call for a measurement, and they will. So they'll call the chains over, I do believe. Yep, they're going to bring him over. So they'll mark the ball as just at about the 22-yard line.
They are very, very close.
That was a gain of 3 on the pass play. If it's a little shy of the 22, it's probably not a first down. Just a second completion for Curtin Quinn. Griswold Wolverines leading the East Catholic Eagles here, while the Griswold Wheeler Wolverines, and it goes the other way, so it's just shy of that 22-yard line. So 1st down and 10 for the Eagles, who trail 12-0 with 1:55 to go here in the first half.
I don't know if you noticed, but on the chain gang there, Mark, the gentleman on the right-hand side is Kevin Babcock.
Oh, yes, I did notice. I saw him. Of course, he's been a long-time man here at Griswold.
7-8 years. I think he's been the head coach of the ladies' team.
Been around for a while.
He loves his girls, too.
23-yard line is where they'll mark it. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Back in motion is O'Connor. They hand off to Connolly. That same play up the gut. This time no scrum action at least, but they do get the ball moving forward and get it up to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 for Connolly.
Connolly with the carry. Gain of 3, 2nd down, 7.
And they'll mark that one right at the 27.
Just about a minute and a half.
Gain of 4 on the play. 19 yards now for Connolly on the ground. 2nd down and 6. Long 6, short 7, your preference. Coming over center, John Flores, only a sophomore. The center for this East Catholic team. Wilson right behind him. Back into motion. Goes a handoff inside to Barry. Barry not going very far. Coming over from that left halfback. Or left wing back, whichever you prefer, in the double wing. Ball will be marked right at about the 28-yard line, maybe thereabouts, 3rd down and 5, and a timeout called by Griswold. Want to save a little bit of time here to see if they can force a 4th down and get the ball back deep in the territory of the Eagles.
So let me ask you a question, Mark. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite sport to call?
My favorite sport to call? Football is certainly one of them, but basketball ranks highly up there. I love the speed of basketball.
Yeah.
Just goes back and forth, and although any sport, I mean, I've called them all, from hockey to lacrosse to field hockey to soccer, you name it.
How are things going up at Woodstock Academy?
Very nice. It's a fun time up there. Of course, our football team doing pretty well this year, 4-1 on the season. They have a bye week this week, as they played last week against Capital Prep.
And what is your position again? What
Sports Information Director at Woodstock Academy. Still writing, of course, for the Norwich Bulletin at times, and often, I guess you could say, but doing a lot of things, having a lot of fun doing it, too. We have a 3rd down and 5 for the East Catholic Eagles. And going back to throw will be Young. Launches it up there. Knocked away at the last minute by number 1 for the Wolverines. That would be Anthony Franklin. As they were looking for number, was that 80, I do believe, or 38? I couldn't.
It's like 38, but I'm surprised there was no flag on the play. It looks like 72 Tyler Leach from the Wolverines kind of stepped off sides.
Yeah, Wilson was looking for Bagley is his name, number 38, Sean Bagley. So it will be a 4th down situation once again.
And look who's kicking.
They're going to kick. Barry. I didn't even look, when I looked. I didn't have to look. He does just about everything for this team, number 87. Barry boots it away. Matson will watch that one bounce at the 41, and it will go rolling dead at the Griswold 40. With 45 seconds to go here in the first half of play. That's odd. They punt that time, huh? I guess they didn't want, 12-0 is, when you look at it, the Eagles are probably pretty happy with 12-0 right now. Only 2 touchdowns down.
Well, especially the way the game started,
yes.
With the onside kick, the 2 onside
The East Catholic onside kick recovered by Griswold, then Griswold recovered the next 2 onside kicks. Got 12 points pretty quickly, and then it kind of slowed down. So Curtin Quinn, a little long on the snap. He reaches over to his right to get it, throws it downfield, incomplete. Looking for Mikey Sims out of the backfield. That ball was knocked away by number 15, Matt Zanaro. Zazzaro. Wow, Zazzaro. Can I buy a vowel?
There's 3 Z's in his name.
I know. It's like, what? That's why I had to look at that one fast for.
Mikey Sims was not happy with himself right there. When he missed the ball, he was on the ground and he was just pounding the ground a little bit. I think he felt like he should have had that.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 38-yard line of the Wolverines. Curtin Quinn this time to the left side. Launches it along for Franklin. Knocked away at the last moment by Jaden Saunders. That is the 6th pass attempt by the Wolverines. They've completed 1 so far. 31 seconds, 3rd down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. And now East Catholic may want to consider getting this ball back. Although they don't have a big play offense. But, one break somewhere, you never know. So a 3rd down and 10, 38-yard line of the Wolverines. Double wing formation. Go away from the spread, give it to Thibodeau, following Sims. Nice block by Sims, but Thibodeau goes down right at the 39.
He got tripped up by number 69.
Give him a gain of 1, maybe 2, up to the 40-yard line. They give him forward progress.
The senior Timothy Layden.
And now East Catholic does call a timeout. Why not? Thibodeau, not by the way, 13 carries, 104 yards.
In the first half.
Yeah. 18 seconds left here in the first half. And now we see what the Wolverines want to do with a 4th down and a long 8. The ball was just at about the 38.5, 39-yard line. So it's almost 9. We'll see what the Wolverines decide to do here with 18 seconds to go. You can almost waste enough time, and if you get one play downfield and, you get East Catholic cheating up or something, you never know. Could break one open here. But do you punt it away is the question. It'd be the safe call.
Oh, definitely be the safe call because East
Curtin
Catholic,
Quinn.
what, two first downs?
Yeah. But Curtin Quinn is going to, I think he's going to, I don't know, Matson's back there with him.
Yeah,
Okay, so Curtin Quinn, Matson is way behind. This is an odd setup. Now, Curtin Quinn is a punter, so he can punt it from there, but he was the up man. That's odd, except they were worried about the snap. That's why they put Matson back there. And the ball goes out of bounds right at about the 29-yard line of East Catholic. That was an interesting call. You put Matson in back almost like a safety to make sure the ball is not snapped over the head of Curtin Quinn.
I mean, I can see the realistic, point behind that, especially, you're only up 12 points. You never know, in high school football, if somebody's going to break loose, and run the field, for a touchdown. You just don't know.
29-yard line is where East Catholic will have it. First down and 10.
They might get 2 plays off, but I think
I don't think so. I think they're going to go to a knee myself. I mean, their victory formation would not be much different from their formation. To be honest.
It is, yeah.
To be honest. Well, they'll run a play. They're going to go back to throw. Wilson looks to throw over the middle. It is complete and knocked down on the play as he caught it, and the ball came loose, and a flag flies. If it's a defensive penalty, we'll have one more play.
That was a hell of a hit on
Ryan Heslin, yeah. Did they give him the catch is the first question. The ball is at the 37-yard line.
He's slow to get up, too.
So we have to see if they give him the catch first. And then the penalty, I assume.
Late hit?
Either, I would almost say, like a helmet-to-helmet or something to that effect. We'll see exactly what the call is. Now, they have the ball back at the 28. So it is targeting almost. It's kind of a head-to-head personal foul. And it will be from the 28, so they move it up to the 29, so they move it up to the 44. It was not an incomplete pass, or not a completed pass, but it didn't matter.
Going to give him time for one more play?
I would have. Well, you got 3 seconds still left on the clock. So 44-yard line of East Catholic on the personal foul by Griswold. I think that's the first penalty we've seen today.
First one.
Wilson under center. We'll hand it off inside. This is Connolly. Actually, it was Connolly over the 50 down to about the 49-yard line. A gain of about 6, but it's not going to matter, as that will be the end of the first half. The Griswold Wheeler Wolverines doing what they're supposed to do. They're holding on to the football. They're playing some conservative offense, and they're doing it well. They lead the East Catholic Eagles here at the end of the first half, 12-0 on SNSN.
back in a couple minutes. Grandpa's got to go.
All right.
Catholic, only a couple of first downs in the first half. It didn't start off very well for East Catholic to begin with anyway, since Griswold scored in their very first possession, and then boom, 2 onside kicks were recovered by the Wolverines. So really, East Catholic didn't even get a chance to touch the ball on offense until about halfway through the first quarter. So 12-0 is your score. We want to thank some of our sponsors for making it possible for us to do the games, and we certainly hope that you patronize these businesses as well, because, like I said, we even have a gentleman listening right now in Afghanistan. So, I mean, we have people all over the country and apparently all over the planet listening to us in different places, and it's always great to hear from where people are listening from. I want to thank Dean's Corner Diner. Dean will tell you, it's the best breakfast in town. 860-376-9141. You can go in and sit down and eat, or you can order it and have it ready for you when you get there. Or you can just enjoy the ambiance of all the local yokels and what's going on in town at Dean's Corner Diner. Winton Automotive on North Main Street in Jewett City. I was telling you earlier, Ken Winton, I stopped in there to see him. Needed a headlight change within 3 minutes. I'm not kidding you. 3 minutes, I was out of there with a new headlight in my car. And that was that. Check them out. Great customer service. If you want customer service, especially for your vehicle, get on down to Winton Automotive on North Main Street in Jewett City. Here's another one that people don't. I don't know. They're not known for their restaurant for some reason, but they need to be. I posted this burger about a month ago on my Facebook page, and nobody could guess where it was from. But everybody said that it looked absolutely amazing. And where did it come from? Well, it came from Uncle Cranky's. Uncle Cranky's Cafe. You know, if you can park in the back, did you know that they have a dining area that is nice and quiet and a little bit quaint back there as well? Uncle Cranky's Cafe. You will not believe the food until you try it yourself. Main Street in Jewett City. All right, we're going to be back with our special guest. He's already flipped his hat around, and he's got the headset on, but we're going to introduce him in a couple of minutes. You may actually be shocked. 12-0, Griswold over East Catholic. You're listening to high school football. Griswold Wheeler high school football on SNSN.
Okay, if anybody found an iPhone rose gold cover, please bring it up to the press box. Thank you.
Sonny and Kiki to the press box, please. Sonny and Kiki to the press box, please.
Just keeps the breeze out.
And welcome back to Griswold High School, everybody. Second half action just about ready to start. 12-0 Griswold Wheeler over the East Catholic Eagles. And now we have another special guest in the booth. And it's none other than
Ray Churchill.
Ray Churchill. My goodness.
I missed my cue, Mike. Jeez Louise, I'm out of my element here. How you doing, Mikey? It's such a pleasure to be here.
I'm really glad to have you up here.
This is going to be fun. Here we go. We got the kickoff. That was, that would appear to the fans to be an onside kick, but it was not intended to be. It was too hard. It was going to they tried to get it through the first line and get into the bubble in the second line, but a lineman on the front line received it and didn't kick it back out. So it is now East Catholic ball.
And they actually they had a hard time moving the ball in the first half. They only got 2 first downs, both rushing first downs. They had 1 complete pass where the intended receiver got smacked.
Yeah, that was right at the end of the half, and I feel like Tommy Heinsohn, but that was a garbage penalty. That was not a penalty. They called it hit on a defensive receiver, but it was not.
Here's a run right up the gut from East Catholic. On top of the pile, looked like it was number 11, Colby Vantine.
Yeah, East Catholic runs the same offense that we do here at Griswold. Griswold runs a combination of what's called a double wing, and they run a spread offense as well. And East Catholic runs a version of the double wing that's a little bit different than ours and appears to be a little bit less effective. They feature their fullback, whereas Griswold will feature all 3 backs, their 2 wing backs and their fullback. But East Catholic's out in their double wing formation again right now. We'll see what they got for us.
Here's the snap to number 87, Jack Berry, who's pretty much been the stud for East Catholic so far. He's kicking the ball, he's running the ball, he's also rushing the passer. He's all over the place. He's got great football sense.
Well, 87's a big boy. I was down on the field earlier, and he's a big kid. He's got 2 or 3 inches on me for sure. He started as a tight end, and he's built and looks like a tight end, but they obviously are down running back. So he's moved to the wing back position, and in this offense it's called the A-back. He moved to the wing back position, and he's been carrying the ball an awful lot. So they're in the formation right now. See what they do.
A very tight line.
Yeah,
little movement.
No, that's okay. They can do that as long as he resets. 87's got the ball again.
That's Barry.
Yeah, it's a 5-yard gain.
Gets around the side. Chaikow brings him down and then brings him right back up again.
Yeah,
sportsmanship.
One of the keys about the double wing offense is there's supposed to be the distance between 2 linemen is called the splits, and the splits in double wing are supposed to be foot to foot. So the intention is not to give any leakage to the defense they can't get through, and then the offensive line can just wall them and seal them off in whatever direction they want to. It doesn't always happen that way, but in theory, That's what it's supposed to do. They in double wing again, and that's called wedge. That play's called wedge. It's when they hand it to the fullback, everybody blocks straight ahead, the wings fake and then come down, and they got a whole pile of nothing. But it was fourth and inches, but they got the first down.
Looks like they got it. Yeah. Wilson was able to push it through.
Yeah, that was a generous spot.
That was a generous spot. That's only their third first down of the game, too, as well. Do you know much about East Catholic from Manchester?
East Catholic, I know they're a private Catholic school, and they're known for their basketball acumen. They're really pretty darn good at hoop. And I expected them, honestly, to be a little bit better on the gridiron. All right, he's dropping back to pass now. All right.
Complete.
All right, that was a pass in the flats to the wing back with a rollout from the Q.
It's complete to Michael O'Connor, number 17. Oh, they're waving it off.
Yeah, they waved it off, and I don't think he had possession of it before he went out of bounds, so they called it an incomplete pass. And Matt DePonte, the Mike linebacker, middle linebacker, was lobbying pretty hard to the stripes to make sure he got the call right. And they did. They did get that call right. Didn't even have to go to review. East Catholic's offense right now is geared to kind of go up the middle and kind of go off the tackles. But unfortunately for them, Griswold has two stud middle linebackers. They got Matt DePonte, as I previously referenced. And I'm just being quiet while I'm watching the play. That was a counter. That was a counter trade of the fullback, and he tried to get up the middle but got stuffed. You got Sims and DePonte as your middle backers, and they're animals. Those guys are just animals, and they're both intelligent, and you can't fool them. Doesn't matter what they're looking at; they're going to go to the right spot on the play. So the two of them tag teamed with the nose tackle to stuff that play. The kid was going nowhere.
And there's another Sims coming up too.
Yeah, their starting tackle, I believe, on the left side is Daniel Sims. And that kid is like baby Huey, man. He's 6'4", 6'5". He hasn't even shaved yet, and he is just a massive kid. All right, we got a pass. We got a rollout pass to the right for East Catholic. It appears to be an incomplete pass, but we got a flag from the back judge, so let's see what he has to say.
You threw that way in the air, too.
What did he see?
Sideline warning against Griswold.
Oh, give me a break. All right, yeah.
They did that against Mont. They called that 2 years ago against when we were in Ledyard. Yep. Actually, they called it twice in the same game. They finally penalized them 5 yards.
Well,
it was crazy.
Absolutely. And when the officials are starting to get frustrated.
High school, though.
Well, because the officials, a sideline warning is because the players on the bench or the coaches are not outside the box. They're not far enough back so the side judge can move freely. Or the coaches, here we go. That's a false start. That looks like a false start in the offense.
Or too many players on the field because 72 was dashing off.
Oh, is that what it was? Did they? Oh.
Tyler Leach was just running off the field, and I don't think he got off in time.
Yeah, that's a cheapie. We had too many men on the field. Kid didn't get off. He was, 2 yards from the sideline, but the officials still popped him for it. So that's a 5-yard penalty, backs it up. Looks like it's now about 6, fourth down, about 6 to go. Griswold's got everybody in the box. They got one safety. Yeah, he's rolled up in the box, and they have
Wilson back to pass.
He's under pressure. It's a screen.
Gets it off to Connolly. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and Mikey Sims just stuffed him. Yeah. Connolly caught it at the original line of scrimmage, and you're not going to get a screen off on Sims or DePonte. Sims just stuffed them. Smelled it the whole way. That's a typical call you're going to make if you got fourth and some distance because you're hoping to catch the defense sleeping. But as I alluded to earlier, that linebacking core, you're not going to catch them sleeping very often. That's an intelligent bunch of animals running around out there.
You really need to do more football, man.
What? What do you think?
Doing this.
Oh, doing this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is fun. Yeah, I'll do it on my free time. No, this is fun. All right, you got Chris Thibodeau carrying on his power. Power's just a sweep to the right here. Got Thibodeau, number 35. I think he has both touchdowns to his credit today.
He had over 100 yards rushing in the first half.
Yeah, he got loose a couple times from midfield, and you just can't catch that kid. No, he runs like a rabbit.
Second down, 6.
Since Andrew Koziel went down a couple of weeks, the starting quarterback with a broken collarbone, Jaden Curtin Quinn has been running the quarterback position. And hold on, we got a play.
It's pretty solid too.
Yeah, that was a trap. That was 3-trap-2 up the middle, and they gave it to number 34 Sims, who's just, if you've never seen Mike Sims, he's 6'2", 220 pounds. He's got no neck. You know, he's just a thick, muscular kid. Great kid. Love talking.
We talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
And he's very few words.
He's not a talker for sure.
But Molesky said to us last year that I guess he said, and that was the only word he used. He says that you won't hear anything from him.
He's a man of action, not of words. All right, the Wolverines are in their double wing, and that is the same play East Catholic ran the last possession. That was wedge. But unfortunately, Sims didn't get the ball in his belly in time to snuggle up right behind the big kids up front.
First down.
He did get the first. That was enough. Sometimes, interestingly enough, wedge is such an ugly play. It's just this massive humanity moving down the field. But oftentimes, the defense can lose track of the fullback who's got the ball, and he can pop free. He just squeezes out through a crack in the defense, and he's gone. All right, let's see. We got double wing. We got motion to the left. All right, it's a jet sweep to C.J. Matson. They're trying to get him around the corner, and they did.
5.
Yep. Matson carries around the corner for about a gain of 5, and that was a jet sweep. That's when the wingback goes in fast motion and just tries to outrun the defense on the other side of the formation while his line does what's called reach blocking, and they try to just pin the guys inside and give them some room to go. What I was getting to earlier is that the Wolverines with Quinn at the helm have gone to a system of writing the play names on a whiteboard and sending it in that way, and all the offensive players have wristbands on with the plays written down. So here we go. We got the same play in the other direction. It's called reach. That's a face mask, or it's going to be a hold, one of the two. I saw the face mask over here on Thibodeau. Thibodeau was the receiver of the face mask, but I think they're going to get him for a hold on the Wolverines. There it is. Offensive hold. They were reach blocking right. Somebody got their hands outside the frame of the body, and there it is. 10-yard penalty.
You're absolutely right.
Second and 20 is not as much fun as second and 5 for sure. So that's a coach's nightmare. Yeah, let me go to my 2nd and 20 play sheet and see what I can pull out. Those don't exist. Wolverines are feeling pretty comfortable in double wing. They're staying tight. They're letting the big boys do some smashing. Thibodeau comes in motion. Quinn drops back to pass, and now he's rolling out left. Yeah, he got sacked. Yeah. That's a tough one.
Barry was right there. That kid is everywhere. He started the sack.
Yeah, Jaden, if you haven't met Jaden Quinn, he's probably about 5'5". He's not a tall kid. He's fast as heck. Good kid, but he's not very tall. So to be a pocket passer, I don't think I was talking to Coach Wilcox before the game, pretty sure that anytime they're going to ask Jaden to pass, they're going to roll him out so we can see the field and have a run-pass option. But that time he got stuck in the pocket. He dropped back, can't see over the line at that size.
So about 3rd and 26.
Oh, baby. I'm imagining Coach is going to, we're passing again. Now that's called waggle. Nope. Yeah. Jaden tried to go to the backside tight end sitting in the bubble in the middle of the field. East Catholic defender got a hand in on it, popped it away, and now we're 4th and a country mile. So if I know Coach Ansel, that punt team is coming on the field right now because you're not going for it in this situation. So funny enough, Jaden Curtin Quinn, also the quarterback, is dropping back to punt. Sorry.
I'm just letting you go.
Mike. Mike asked me before the broadcast, do I want to do the play-by-play or do the color? I'm like, I don't know. I'm either Jerry Remy or Don Orsillo. I'm one of the two of them, and it appears now that I have.
You're Jerry Orsillo.
It's a stream of consciousness, Mike. I have no filter. You know me. All right, I'm gonna shut up for a while.
No, go on, man. I'm having a good time.
I'm stepping
I took a picture of you too.
I'm stepping on. I didn't even notice you taking a picture of me.
I did. Ray the Natural Churchill.
Oh my, East Catholic's got the ball. Then the 40, going right to left.
They were having a hard time moving the ball. That's for sure. I I'm learning from you.
Oh my.
I am. No, I am. I'm learning. I'm learning the plays and as I'm going.
Okay, that's.
No way.
Yeah, that was a drop back pass with the wing front side blocking. They tried to get the wing and the tight end on play side out, couldn't do it. Incomplete pass, second down.
The only person he was throwing to there was Chaikow because it didn't look like there was anybody
Yeah,
else around.
21 could have had the pick on that if he felt like it for sure.
There was nobody there.
I'm surprised, honestly, that East Catholic here is not a more dominant program. Being a private school with the ability to recruit from anywhere they want, I expected a little bit more of a prominent team coming in here, but they look like good. There we go. As I say that, the quarterback completes a pass to the backside wing back. So we're looking at what, 3rd and 2?
3rd and 2.
Yeah. I expected every time I see a private school from the middle of the state, they generally are pretty much a powerhouse. But you seem like great kids. They're playing hard, good sportsmanship. They seem like gentlemen.
Well, who's putting a lot of money in their sports programs is Woodstock Academy.
Oh, they sure are. Yeah, they sure are. Since they bought that South Campus, holy cow, that play is beautiful up there. That's where my wife teaches.
But they're also recruiting a lot of soccer kids from different countries.
Yes, they are. Okay, that's a
that
pick.
Was picked.
That's pick. Is that Anthony? Yeah, that's Franklin. Anthony Franklin got the pick on that. He's roaming around as a safety back there. Quarterback lobbed it up, and Franklin won the jump ball. Picked it. Wolverine ball.
He just took it away from him.
He did. Franklin is, he's only a junior. The league's got to watch out again next year because Franklin is he's an athlete. He is just pure athlete. And I think he's got great hands. He's got unbelievable hands. He's got unbelievable speed. He's going to be playing on Saturdays in a couple of years, that's for sure.
So what do you think about the Strain triplets? Talk about athletes.
Oh, geez. I got 2 of them in my choir. I love those kids. They're fun kids, and they're running all over the ECC. Really good kids. I really enjoy them. Good singers, too. But they are for
singers, too.
They are. They're great. All right, we got a toss left. C.J. Matson carrying it, and he's loose. You're not catching him. CJ's going down the left sideline, and he's in. I see no flags. It's not coming back. Griswold, 6 points on a toss left.
It was about a 60-yard TD run for C.J. Matson.
Yeah, you toss him that side. You got. I think you got DePonte on that side as the tight end. And the tight end block and the wing block in that situation is so key because you have to seal down the side that you're running to. And if you let the outside backer and the tight end get out. All right, we got Lucas kicking the PAT here. And it's good. And it was pretty. If you haven't had a chance to meet number 18 on the Wolverines, he is a neat kid. He's a foreign exchange student from Spain. And he came over, and I've met him on the first day. I said, what do you play? He goes, Mister, I play soccer or I play water polo. I said, you're going to play soccer here? And I'd already gotten the heads up that this kid was a stud soccer player. Yeah. I said, you can play soccer here? He goes, no, I want to play American football. I said, really?
Where's he from?
Spain.
Spain.
This is my only chance to learn American football. I want to learn American football. So he could have gone on the soccer field and dominated, but he chose to learn a new sport because this is his only opportunity to do it. I love that. I love that kind of kid. He just wanted to learn something new. He's a neat kid. If you ever get a chance to meet him, he's a neat kid.
So now let's talk about the other kids, too. Like, for example, there's a lot of kids that have come in this year as freshmen that are really very good athletes. I mean, we all hear about the Strain triplets.
Yep.
But then you've got kids like Evan Merchant.
Yep. Good soccer player, good basketball player. He's going to help a lot. He's in chorus, too.
Is he really?
Yeah, get them all.
And what about Dylan Fryer?
Dylan Fryer I haven't had the opportunity to meet yet.
He's a funny kid.
Yeah. I've heard
funny kid.
Heard very good things about him, but I don't think I've shaken his hand yet. But I will. I'll get him. We got the musical coming up. I'll get him.
Then, of course, you've got on the baseball field, just going to be just a sophomore next year, Evan Gilgenbach.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to be a stud pitcher, that kid.
All right. Lucas kicks to the bubble down the sideline. That's a good kick. He pooched it down to the 20-yard line right along the sideline, which gives the receiving kid no opportunity to make a cut. And by the time he picks it up out of the bubble, out of that dead zone, Oh, the green jerseys are all over him.
Not
So
only that, but look, when he put his head up and he saw Mikey Sims coming at him,
yeah,
he froze.
that's
Froze.
that's things that nightmares are made of. Mikey Sims probably the last kid on the team I would want to hit me in pads. You hear a train whistle when he's coming down the field. All right, let's see what East Catholic comes out then. They are devout to that double wing formation. Wolverines are in their 4-4 look. They tried to give it to the fullback for trap, and he just got stuffed. The nose tackle, 3 technique, chased the pull, and he got stuffed. Right, probably loss of a yard.
Let's see, that was Tyler Leach, freshman.
Conley with the carry.
Another one from the freshman group.
Yeah, with the Wolverines graduating their entire offensive line last year, this was an offensive year rebuilding line, and luckily you get Danny Sims, as I said, who's immense, and then now with the co-op with Wheeler, what's the kid's name? Shane Rogers, big number 77. Yep. I believe he's a Wheeler kid, and he's as big as Danny is. All right. Yep. East Catholic ran power left, and they were able to turn the corner. They got inside the kick block on the defensive end, and it was a nice little play. That's a gain of 5-6. That's a reasonable third down.
Let me ask you a question, Ray. We've been watching the whole up here for the second half. Do you think Griswold kind of set back a little bit? You know, after the first half being up 12-0, the defense seems to be handling East Catholic a little bit. Do you think maybe their offense kind of sat back a little?
I'm not sure I saw a lack of intensity, but I think it's just human nature. When you feel like you're really handling a team and they're not much of a threat, then you tend to relax a little bit. I don't think they're doing it intentionally, but I just think it's human nature. You know, if you don't feel like you need to be totally amped up to handle your opponent, then you probably relax just a bit. But
Michael O'Connor with the rush, about maybe 2 to go for the first down, so they call it 4th and 2.
Yeah, I don't see a punter coming in. So
this is the second time in the game that they have gone for it, 4th and kind of short, deep into their own territory.
Yeah, they proved that they had a long snapper and a punter in the first half. Big old number 87 punted, but they're 4th and 2 deep in their own side of the field. And they ran counter to big number 87, and he got stuffed. Yeah, you're not going to get counter to go off. The 2 middle linebackers, it's their job to see counter, and they're taught to chase the pull of the offensive line. So when the pull pulled right, and both of those animals just chased it and got 87 behind the line of scrimmage. So it's a turnover on downs. It's Wolverine ball on East Catholic's, what is that, 35-ish? 33.
I think you're about right.
My old eyes, Mike. Okay, Wolverines in the power eye with the strength to the right. You got Sims leading with Thibodeau. All right, we got a toss right. So Sims just kicked the end. Thibodeau, come on. Thibodeau got a gain of 7, but it's coming back. They're going to call Sims for a hold. I didn't see it, and the Wolverine sidelines, including all the coaches, obviously didn't see it either, because
even Mikey doesn't believe it.
Nope. Mike wouldn't say boo with a mouthful of it. So if he's not upset, I mean, if he's upset about it, you can pretty much bank on it. That's the second of what I would call a questionable call tonight.
First one, of course, being the one at the end of the first half.
Yeah, that was not a cheap hit. That was a overprotective referee. All right, they're in power eye again. Matson is a wing on the right. They ran toss out of it last time, but now we got ISO. You got Thibodeau running behind Sims. Thibodeau running behind Sims. And that's what, Mike? What a gain of 7-8?
6 or 8.
Yeah, 7-8. They got to compensate for the penalty now. So now they're 2 and 15-ish. That's doable. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw waggle at some point, which is a fake sweep with a rollout from the quarterback. They're in power eye again. So power eye is the tailback lined up behind a fullback, and we're going ISO again to the right side. Obviously, Coach Wilcox has found something he liked to the right side.
Well, that's where Thibodeau was running pretty much for the first half.
Yeah.
And that's where we kind of broke out a couple of times.
Yeah, Thibodeau's made some nice runs, but running behind Sims, I might be able to break it for a touchdown, but not with the kind of speed and elegance that Thibodeau did for sure. Thibodeau he dances out there.
I'm going to be honest. I would not be running anything for a touchdown.
Nope.
Unless there was a burger at the end of the road.
Yeah, if you kept going, you'd hit the snack shack over there. All right, we're back in traditional double wing. Thibodeau goes in motion, and
nice.
And we were going to get a pass down the right side of the field, and somebody forgot to block backside because Barry got in and got a hold of Jaden's ankle, the quarterback's ankle, and brought him down gently, but it's a loss of 5, and now it's 4th and forever. But they are on the opponent's side of the field, so.
And the Eagles aren't moving the ball.
So. I guarantee Coach Wilcox is not afraid that he's going to be able to stop him. So, Jaden's looking at his arm. Oh, we got a timeout. Not a timeout. That's the end of the quarter. So that's the quarter. So they let the time run out. Coach let the time run out so they can talk about it, see what they want to do.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute right here on SN.
Nice kick goes out of bounds at about the 1 or 2 yard line.
That was an unbelievable punt. The Wolverines decided to punt instead of go for it on 4th and forever. And Jaden Quinn did what every coach wants their punter to do. He buried him. He kicked it out of bounds on about the 1 hair line going into the end zone. That was incredible. The entire East Catholic team right now.
You could do that again if you tried.
I don't know, but that's a coach's dream come true. The entire East Catholic team right now is lined up in their own end zone trying to get out of it. If they get tackled in their own end zone, it's a safety. They tried to run counter. Are you kidding me? That's a safety. They tried to run counter out of their own end zone, which is it's a play that takes a long time to set up. It's not a quick hit. You want to run an ISO or a dive out of your end zone and try to get out. Even a quarterback sneak. But they just tried to run counter, which is 2 pulls. Takes forever to set up. And it was the Green Swarm tackled them in the end zone. It's a safety.
So they got the 2 points.
It's 2 points, and now it's coming back to Griswold as their ball.
Right.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And the fight song. That's my favorite song every fall. Love it. Love it. We took it from Michigan. It's the Michigan fight song, but we put our own words to it because, of course, Michigan Wolverines, Griswold Wolverines.
Makes sense.
Plus, it's like the second coolest fight song in the country, probably behind Notre Dame, in my opinion. But being a Husky, I get a little verklempt when I hear the Huskies fight song. When I hear UConn's fight song, I get a little teary from my old days on campus and stores.
UConn's your alma mater?
It is. It is. I was a Husky for more years than I wanted to be there, but I got out.
My alma mater was Ruby Tuesday.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. masters at Chili's.
With a side of cheese fries. All right.
Salad.
East Catholics lined up to kick off. They tried to onside the last time, and Sims swallowed it up. So let's see what they do here. Yeah, they kicked it away. It's not a very long kick. It bounced, and Chappelle's got it and weaves his way for a decent return of 8 or 9 yards. It's going to be a Wolverine ball on the Eagles' 41-42 going down.
It's
31-0.
Yeah, it certainly is not a comfortable enough lead that you would call off the Dogs or not try to score again, even though they've handled East Catholic pretty well. They're only up 3 scores, and that's never safe for a coach. So I would think that maybe after one more score, they'll maybe start thinking about JV time, but until then, it's still a little uncomfortable for me.
How big of a school is East Catholic?
I don't know. It's in the small division, I know. But I don't know the numbers. Normally the private Catholic schools are not very big. They have medium to small enrollments. And CJ just carried the ball and got stuffed for maybe a loss of 1.
Yeah.
They're in spread now, I think.
Matson hit by the line for East Catholic. Second down.
Yeah, Madison got stuck. Hey, can I plug an event while we're here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, can we? I can't. I don't have my reading glasses. I can't read that.
Stan Sims chimed in and said, "Hey, the new play-by-play guy is great. Really knows football." Stan, it's Ray Churchill.
Yeah, the choir and drama guy here. That's all right. That's what we preach to our kids. All right, they are in spread now with trips left. Shotgun goes back to Quinn. It's a flare pass. There's a flare pass left out to CJ Matson. Probably a good gain of about 10 or 12. Quinn throws the short ball pretty well. I don't think being a quarterback by trade, he's going to work on the long ball because he delivers almost sidearm, but he's pretty accurate. Throws a nice tight spiral.
Well, I think the ball is bigger than his arm.
Yeah, he's not a big kid, but I tell you, being thrown into a tough position here with Koziel,
he's done very well.
He's done very well. I don't think anybody has a beef with how he's played. All right, we're in spread again. You got trips right, wide left. We're in shotgun with Matson to JCQ's right. We got a flare pass right now, out to Matson, and he's gone.
See ya.
Yep. You're not going to catch him in the open field. That was very well executed. Very well executed. JCQ rolled out right. Matson stayed with him. He dumped it off to him, and by then there was enough open green. He's gone. Matson's gone. He's a quick kid. He's a quick kid. Wolverines up 27-0. They're going to go for 1 here for sure with Lucas coming out to kick. This should be a beauty. Lucas is he's a stud soccer player over in Spain. And he's just learning American football now. It's a good snap, a good hold, and a good kick. That's a beautiful little chip.
Yeah, split the uprights right down the middle.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Good for him. Good for him. Wolverines up 28-0.
All right, we are in the 4th quarter. We'll be back in a minute with more Griswold Wheeler High School football against East Catholic in a minute right here on SNSN Streaming News and Sports Network.
Back. Did they hear that?
Yeah, probably.
My imitation of the old Jerky Boys. Saul Rosenberg. All right. And Frank Rizzo. Remember those guys? Yes. That was funny stuff. All right, Wolverines are kicking off. Lucas gives it a boot and does the same thing. Pooches it to the dead spot. The deep guy receives it.
He's going to get hit.
And he did. That was a textbook form-fit tackle. Who was that?
17.
17. Who is it?
That right there is
I don't see him on the roster.
I don't either.
I don't know, but that was perfect. He sank at his hips, put his shoulder pad right into the kid's belt.
There's a wrestling takedown.
Oh, he picked him up and dumped him.
Yeah.
Said, no, thank you, sir. Not
That's
on my
2
watch.
points right there. On
Yeah.
2 points.
Yeah. Have a seat, son. That's about as far as you're going to go. All right, East Catholics.
I saw him setting up too.
Yeah.
He was watching. He was like, come in.
East Catholics walking up to the ball. They're cooked. Stick a fork in them. They're tired. They got a small bench over there. They got a lot of guys going both ways. I think they're out of gas. But we got motion right. Godzilla's got the ball, number 87, and he makes it. It's a gain of 5. I mean,
he's a big boy.
That's a big kid.
Jack Berry, and he's been pretty much the offense for East Catholic.
He really is. You could hit that guy with 5 people, and he's just going to fall forward. I mean, he kind of looks like a mini Gronk. He's got his number, too.
He does. You know, Gronk's doing CBD now.
Yeah, I'd heard that.
That's what he's doing.
I'd heard that. Hey, man, anything for $1. He can do whatever he wants.
No. You attach his name to anything right now, it's going to
That's
be a
it.
gold mine.
That's it. Okay, yeah, East Catholic looking pretty defeated right now. They're very slow. They're tired. They're in double wing. And big boy goes in motion again. They're running flare pass to the right. They try to get it to 87, and that's DePonte. Yeah, you're not doing that on him. As soon as the wingback crosses the midline of the field, it becomes the Mike backer on the opposite side's job to cover him. And number 22, Matt DePonte, you're not going to get that on him. He just sniffed it out, made a nice tackle for a loss. It's third and looks like about 6 or 7. And I would imagine you may see some JV time. Let's start looking for clean jerseys, Mike. You still got the varsity defense on the field. If Coach Wilcox is going to sub, he's going to sub on L. Coach Wilcox likes his shutouts. And he drops back for a pass. Quarterback, he lobs it up. Yeah, intercept. Yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back. They're going to get. Yeah,
Franklin.
Yeah, they're going to get Franklin. No, Franklin made the interception, but they're going to get Jordan for pass interference. The ball was uncatchable, but he definitely had his arms draped across the receiver. That's a legit call.
Who they call it on?
When I saw it, it was Lajeunesse? Logan. No, where is it? Sorry, I don't have my reading glasses on. I'm tired.
Chappelle?
Yeah, it was Chappelle. Sorry. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, his arms were around were across the receiver's hands, and the receiver did a pretty good little fake job, and that was legit enough to call that.
And this is the best field position that the Eagles have
yeah,
had
for
all
sure.
second half.
Yeah, it's one of the only times they've seen the Wolverine side of the field. There's no extra pep in their step, though. They're still working their way up there nice and slowly. It's almost like they're milking the clock to go home. But all right, let's see what we got. Double wing. Motion to the left. That's what. Oh my. That's what they call. That's what they call superpower to the left. But there was nothing super about it. And Matt DePonte just introduced himself to the C back for East Catholic.
That was like a rider fish on a shark.
Pretty much it. Yeah. I think that's what they meant when they what was it, Talladega Nights? We said, I'm going to beat you like a squirrel. I'm going to jump on you like a squirrel monkey. That's what it was.
Spider monkey.
Spider monkey. That's what it was. DePonte was a spider monkey. Hey, can I plug something? I was going to plug earlier. Yeah, we got a timeout here, but you all know if you're hearing this, I'm one of the guys involved with the music program. We're doing a mattress sale tomorrow to raise money for our trip to Quebec City, our performance store. And you say mattress sale, and I say yes, mattress sale. And when it was pitched to me a couple years ago, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But everybody replaces some mattresses in their house, at least a couple times every 10 years. So we are at the high school from 10 to 5 tomorrow. It is name brand mattresses. You can do financing. They take credit cards. Just come on down. Even if you don't buy, come on down. It's brand name stuff. We'd love to see you at the cafeteria at the high school.
All day, 9 to 5, right?
10 to 5, yep.
10 to 5.
All right, superpower again to the left. And that's a nice little gain of about 4 or 5 for the Eagles. In the double wing playbook, that would be called 99 superpower.
Now, as far as the mattress sale is concerned, the guy who runs that company, Bob Tunney.
Yep.
From Trumbull?
Yeah.
I worked with him for years.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I'm not sure he runs it anymore. I think he may have handed it off.
He may, because he's a lot older than he looks.
Oh, yeah. And he looks old.
He's got to be almost 70 now, Bob. He's calling Bob Robert. I don't know why. I just did.
Wolverines are still in their 4-4 with 2 deep. Oh, my ball.
And Sims has got it.
All right, let's see what kind of wheels. Let's see if the big man can move.
Go.
Mikey Sims with a stiff arm. Oh, my. Mikey Sims had it. He's spent now. That's a lot of man to move 40 yards as fast as he just moved. And then he turned the corner, and an East Catholic player came up, and Mikey introduced him to Mr. Stiffy and put him on the ground. Mr. Stiff Arm just said hello.
Ryan Hessling, number 80 from East Catholic, just face planted as Mikey Sims was trying to get to the goal line.
But
he knocked him just off enough that Mikey fell down too.
That's 220 pounds of angry man coming at you. Just get out of the way. Everybody will forgive you. Your mother will still be proud. Just get out of the way. He just got Mr. Stiffied right to the ground. I wanted Sims to break it.
That would have been great. The crowd would have went crazy if he brought it all the way back.
All right, we got Power Eye again. No. Oh, he's going to get loose.
He almost did.
Oh, man.
Chappelle just kept pushing.
Yeah, that was not even run all that well. Mikey went up the 8-hole, the tight end fan blocked, which opened the 8-hole, which is the tackle tight end hole on the right side. And Mike Sims, the fullback, went up, blew it up, and Chappelle decided to try to bounce it, something he saw, and when he bounced it, the corner came up and made the play. But he saved it for a small gain.
Number 17 is in for the Wolverines. Obviously a JV kid, not even on the roster.
You know, that might be Tank.
And he gets the ball, and he's going to bring it in.
No, he's going to be down short. He's on the one hair line. Yeah, he's real short. He almost got it in. That's Tyler, I think. They call him Tank. I'm looking for him.
Tyler Farwell?
Yeah, it is Tyler Farwell. Yep. He's listed as number 7 on the roster, but he's wearing 17 tonight. Tyler Farwell, he's in my piano class. He's a great kid. Good piano player, too. Yeah, sophomore. They call him Tank. He's another one with no neck. Yeah, Tank. He's another one with no neck. Great kid, though. Great kid. I love that kid. Good for him for getting some carries.
Let's see if he gets a chance to bring it in. Is he still out there?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is. No, he's on the wing now. So Chappelle is deep behind Sims, and they give it to Sims. Good for him. Good for him. They gave it to Sims on the fullback dive, and he picked up the fumble. He ran it 40 yards. He delivered the stiff arm. Good. Get the senior captain a touchdown. Good for them.
Mikey Sims bringing it in.
Good call for Coach Wilcox on that one. Get the senior captain a touchdown. Good for him. That's great. And here comes my favorite song again. Hail to the victors. What's our record now, Mike? Is it? We're going 5-1 after this? Oh, Lucas Pooch that one. Yeah, just short. He had a problem on the first one too. So Lucas is 3 for 5 in PATs today.
How does he like it? How does he like football?
He loves it.
Does he really?
He loves it. On the eve of his first game at Ledyard, he's in piano class, and he knows nothing about football. And he goes, Mr. Churchill, I know you coach. Can you help me? What do I do on kickoff after I kick the ball? I said, well,
get the hell out of the way.
You act as a safety. He goes, what do you mean? If the kid on the other team breaks it past all the other Griswold players, you got to get him down. I said, I just hit him. I said, well, you tackle him. And we talked about tackling and open field tackling, arrow technique, gator roll, stuff like that. And like 5 minutes, I gave him a tackling clinic in the piano room. Sure as shooting, his first kickoff down at Ledyard, kid broke it. And he went, Lucas is afraid of nothing. And he went after this kid down the sideline and missed everything. Went flying out of bounds. But
I was there, saw that.
And you saw that? And he comes over to me on the sideline, Mr. Churchill, I missed everything. I said, just put your ear hole of your helmet on his belt. You'll get him. Next kickoff, the kid breaks it again. And Lucas absolutely blows that kid up on our sideline, and every green jersey went nuts. All right, Lucas boots it. All right, little bubble kick. Yeah, 88 didn't field it too cleanly, but he got it. They retained possession. I don't see an 88. There's no 88 on the roster, but there is an 88 on the field, so we'll call him Ed.
Actually, it was Hessling. It was 80.
Are my eyes that bad?
No, I think
I liked
saw
it better.
Too,
I liked it better when I thought it was 88 and I called him Ed.
10 ball on the 31-yard line.
Okay. All right. Well, the Eagles, it's their ball coming out on the 30, and they are in another look of the double wing where they put their tights out wide, and they're throwing. And we got a miscommunication. Quarterback expected to throw a short stop pass, and 80 tried to take it down the seam.
He threw that about 10 yards behind Hessling.
Yeah, and he didn't have much of a chance. The pocket was closing quickly, and I'm telling you, that team in white looks pretty gassed right now. The Wolverines still have a little pep in their step, but the team in white, the East Catholic Eagles, they look pretty gassed. It's pretty tough to keep your energy up when you're down 34-0. You get a long ride home, and you got to beat the mosquitoes to the bus. Watch out for that triple E here in this 40-degree weather. All right, you got motion left, fake motion left. They're throwing. Hey, that wasn't a bad ball. That wasn't a catch, though. No, that wasn't a bad ball. They threw it to a deep out to their stud, 87, and threw it a little low. He dove for it, trapped it against the ground. Officials got a good call on that. It was a trap, but not a bad ball for the quarterback.
Was caught by Sean Begley. That's a new name for today.
That kid's a stud. He's a stud.
I think so.
Do they have his year? What is it? Do they have that?
30 year? 38?
No, what's his year? Do they have
Which one?
Freshman, sophomore?
That kid that was just...
Yeah, 87. The big
87. Oh, he's a junior.
Baby Gronk's a junior. All right, we're throwing again. Across the middle. Tip drill. Pick.
Oh, look at who
Sims
got it
again. Sims again down the right sideline with a host of white shirts trying to take him down. And that was Jaden Curtin Quinn, I believe, the quarterback, playing safety. Am I right? No, I'm wrong. Trevor Belisle, maybe?
Belisle.
Yeah, someone got the tip. Belisle got the tip, and it went up in the air, and Sims came down with it. Returned it for about 12, 15 yards down the right sideline. And
Trevor Belisle, another kid, not very big.
Yeah, not very big, but athletic as heck.
Yeah. Good ball player. Good baseball player.
And coach might want to call a timeout here and get some JVs in. And they do have JVs coming in. Yeah, we're making mass substitutions now. Up 34-0. You're on there.
Cameron Guvella coming in. He's a sophomore.
At quarterback, right? No,
I believe.
Let me see. Huddle it up. Yeah, coach, huddle them up. There you go. Good idea. Get the play called. Yeah, we're going to have some mass substitutions here. Yeah, you got number 12, the Cameron Govea, or however you pronounce his name. Sorry, Cameron, but he's a Wheeler kid, and he's in a queue right now, sophomore from Wheeler.
Chappelle brings it almost into the end zone.
Yep, Chappelle's running behind a mostly JV line at this point, I think. Yep, Chappelle's running behind a JV line with a backup quarterback, third-string quarterback in, but he's doing a nice job. I know the coach is real high on that kid. And the Wolverines are taking their time to let the clock tick away because they really don't want to score again here.
Farwell's back into the game again. Tank, and he's going to bring it in.
Tank got his touchdown. There you go. Good kid. There you go. Good run. Yeah, he needs a name like Tank. Tank or Meatball or Cannonball or something like that. I mean,
Cannonball was my handle in the CB as a kid.
Were you?
Yeah.
You watched a lot of Burt Reynolds movies growing up, did you?
I did. I was all over the CB radio.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Cannonball Run. The cheerleaders are doing their celebration dance. They got their pink pom-poms here in October in respect for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the month of October. A lot of
Lucas
the play.
With another good.
Yeah, Lucas with another nice PAT pooch. Some of the players are sporting some pink, again in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness.
Luke Hardell into the game as well. 75.
Luke rotates through. Luke rotates through. He's seen some time.
I have not seen him in the game today.
No. When I was down on the sideline for the first half, he was getting some time. He was coming in and out. So I'm sure Coach Wilcox and Coach Ansel here, Coach Ansel, the special teams coach, has told Lucas to boot it deep. Up 41-0 with under 5 to go. You don't want to even be perceived to be doing an onside here, because that's just bad sportsmanship. So that happens once in a while.
Shaziel Ali is in.
Oh, Shaziel, Prince Ali, that kid. Talk about no neck. That kid lives in the weight room. He's in choir too.
Is he really?
He is. Good kid, great kid. Love him.
Why don't you guys just have a choir or have something like the testosterone?
Yeah, testosterone.
Yeah, the no necks.
Yeah, Lucas with a good pooch.
Oh!
Yeah, that went off there. Yeah, they got it. They fell on it. Yep. Yeah, Lucas is kicking these nasty line drives to the wedge. Then they're dropping right at the feet of the wedge players, who are the second line that's just in front of the deep backs. And he's kicking these knuckleballs that are landing right at their ankles, and they can't field them.
Now, I believe the clock is just going to continue to run now because of the deficit. It's 41-0. I think it's 30 or 34 points or something
like that. They go into running time?
It just keeps running.
At this point, it doesn't really matter. Everybody just wants to get home for dinner. And
that's the reason, obviously.
Yeah. They're kneeling it out. Are they going to? No, he's in motion. No. And they're throwing, not kneeling it out. And an attempt. Passed on the left sideline. I can't read the number from here, but wing back, trying to get into the wing back on a seam route. Fell just short, but he was double covered anyway. I believe the Wolverines are going to go to 5-1 with this victory. No? 3-1? 3-1. Yep, Wolverines are going to go to 3-1 with this victory. Yeah, because we already had our bye week. We had a bye week and a bye week we didn't want because another team backed out on a game.
Amistad.
Right. Yeah, Amistad. Yep. East Catholic is quarterback's rolling right. He's going to have nobody to throw to. He's going to try to get it to 80. Yep. He had to eventually throw it out of bounds because he was running out of room and the green shirts were descending upon him. All right, we're seeing a lot of clean jerseys in on defense right now, which is what it should be. This is JV time. Get those young puppies a taste of the Friday Night Lights, see what they can think about it. And
Reichert.
You want to? Yep. Go ahead, read them off.
Liam Gervais.
Yep.
Let's see here. Isaiah Heikala.
Sounds good to me.
Zach Confer.
Yep.
76. 88?
Yeah, 88.
So Ryan Palillo.
That's Ryan Palillo. Yep.
There's a lot of sophomores out there right now.
Chamber choir kid.
Chamber choir kid?
Yep, there we go.
Got a neck?
Yeah, he's got a neck, but not for long. All right, they're running. Ooh, that was interesting.
Nice by Palillo.
I mean, they got nothing. Was that Palillo?
That was Palillo.
Ooh, Palillo. That was a stick, man. That was form fit. That was shoulder pad to belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he laid that kid down easy. But that was an interesting play. They made it. I've never seen that run before out of the double wing. They made it look like counter, which was going to go left. A counter play was supposed to be deceptive, but then the quarterback never gave the ball and kept it, and it was an option pitch now to the right. He did pitch it to Godzilla, but he got lit up by Palillo.
The freshman into the game, Aiden Danieluk.
He's a big kid, too.
Right in the middle, number 64.
He's close.
Look at him push.
Yeah, quarterback threw it out of bounds, had nowhere to go with it. Clock is running. Yep. So out of bounds pass should have been a stop clock. It's running. It's on running time now. Get this one over with. Enjoy the last.
Nicholas Larkin is in the game now.
Yep.
Number 68. He looks like a big kid. Tall,
yeah,
big,
he eats his Wheaties for sure.
Let's see who else going to spot out there. Give him a shout out.
Coach Aubin, the line coach, is rotating guys through on every play. We got Sims back on the field.
Confer's back there still.
It looks like
Larkin just hustled on back out.
I can't see the down marker, but they're just letting the clock run. The officials, I don't even think are watching it. They just ran off about 60 seconds. Oh, they're starting it now. Yeah, they're going to have a feeling no play is going to be run. That's it. That's the game. 30 seconds left on the clock, but they don't need to snap a play. The official did the gentlemanly thing and waited for the 35-second clock to hit it and then whistled the play. Good to go, and they don't need to run another play.
And that's it. That's going to wrap things up for us. May, thank you so much.
Hey, my pleasure, Mike. This was fun. This was fun.
early game, we'll do it again.
Perhaps.
Final score, Griswold defeats East Catholic. East Catholic remains winless on the season. They fall to 0-5. Wolverines go to 3-1 on the young season.
Yeah. Baby Wolverines got it done today. The Baby Wolverines got it done. They have some strong senior leadership, but their offensive line is freshmen and sophomores, so it takes time.
Yeah.
You can't make men out of boys overnight. So Coach Aub and everybody keep working on them, and by the time Plainfield sees them on Thanksgiving, they're going to have a little more season on them.
I think so too, and Plainfield's going to be tough.
Plainfield is always
very tough.
Throw the records out on Thanksgiving Day, kids.
Yeah. All right, it's going to wrap it up. Thanks to Mark Allard for doing the first half. Ray Churchill, thank you very much for jumping in the second half. I'm Mike Minarski. We will see you once again Monday morning right here on SNSN. Good night.
Have a great weekend, everybody.